Hey, what's up guys, Yusuf here from TechDroids, and today we're going to be talking about OnePlus's new device, the OnePlus 8T. It's been an exciting year for OnePlus. Starting of the year, they had the OnePlus 8, then they came out with the affordable OnePlus Nord. Now, it's the true successor of the OnePlus 8, the 8T 5G. So today I'm going to be talking about the unboxing experience. We're going to be unboxing both the Lunar Silver as well as the Aquamarine Green. We have both the 8 and 12GB variants here, so I'm going to be talking you guys through the features, the new things that set the OnePlus 8T apart from the other devices in the market. So here's my opinions and my full review of the OnePlus 8T. So let's Alright, so starting off the unboxing itself, you'll be greeted with a similar box from yesteryear. So you have the tall red box with the AT branding on top, and towards the back you have information about which variant you have and what color you have. So once you take off that plastic wrap and pop off that lid, do it slowly for extra satisfaction. And you'll be greeted with the phone itself. So take off the plastic protection and peel off that sticker, and you will see for the first time that gorgeous Lunar Silver finish. And right off the bat, this is my favorite finish of the two phones that I have here. Putting the phone up and also just checking out how it looks. It's not the lightest thing in the world, it's not the slimmest thing in the world, but it's not a thick boy either. And yes, getting through the box itself, first things first, you have a small packet which contains all your documentations, your stickers, things about the Red Cable Club, and also a letter from the co-founder of OnePlus, so you can read that if you wanted to. Moving on, you have the case. First things first, and this is something different from the usual cases that you get. It has some personality, it has a never settle branding, doesn't hide the beauty of the phone itself, doesn't add any bulk, should be good for the first few weeks until you get something better. Next up, you have the signature red USB Type-C to Type-C cable from OnePlus. No Type-A here, so you will need something else to connect it to your phone. Next up, you have the new Warp charger. So this is the new Warp Charge 65 brick. Now this is not the old Warp Charge 30T, so this is a 65 watt charging brick which should get your phone up to 100% in about 40 minutes, which is really fast. And I like that OnePlus is pushing the limits in terms of battery life as well as charging speeds. And you, if you're a power user, are gonna love this feature. So that's the first phone. Getting to the second one, this is the Aquamarine Green, and this is gonna be the 8GB RAM variant. Again, same thing, peel off that sticker, take off the plastic wrap, and this is the glossy of the two phones. It has the glossy back, and that's going to take more fingerprints, more scratches will be seen. And this kind of color should not show fingerprints, but let's say you look at it from an angle, you will see fingerprints, and this is going to be more prone to scratches as well. But again, both the phones are really nice looking. In my opinion, it's going to be personal preference at the end of the day, and it's going to be all subjective. Whatever you like is going to be your choice, but I like the Lunar Silver, and I think that's going to be the majority opinion here. And talking about the rest of the ingredients in the box, it's going to be the same deal here, the same documentation, the same case, the cable as well as the charger. So I don't want to waste your time showing things inside this box as well. Let's just straight jump into the OnePlus 8T. Alright, so first let's get the specs out of the way. We're talking top-notch specifications for 2020, so Snapdragon 865, 12 or 8GB of RAM, 256GB of UFS 3.1 storage. You've got a 4500 mAh battery, not the biggest battery in the world, but again, with OnePlus's 65 watt fast charging, that should be good. There's no wireless charging, nor is there any sort of water resistance rating on this phone, but again, you have a USB Type-C port which can charge really quickly, so I think you can forego the wireless charging here. But apart from that, it's a decked out phone for 2020. It's all top-notch specifications, and performance is really good. So no matter what you're doing, normal day-to-day tasks or doing some heavy gaming on this for long sessions, this phone can handle it, and without any problems. Even if you're a power user, you will not have any complaints. Alright, so start. And now moving on to the display. It's a 6.55 inch 1080p OLED panel with 120Hz refresh rate, so it's going to be really fast for doing things like gaming. And it's a really nice panel. It's not a flagship display, or it's not going to give Samsung S20s a competition or a run for their money, But is it good? Yes, it gets really bright, up to 1100 nits, it's fast, and it's a flat display with a punch hole cut out towards the top left, so there's nothing to obstruct your view while watching videos and stuff. Although the punch hole is there, but it's quite small, so it's not really annoying in my opinion. It has thin bezels, and it's a flat display. It's not one of those, curved panels which you might find on the Samsungs as well as the Huawei's. But it's a really nice display in my opinion, so watching things like Netflix, Amazon Prime, doing gaming, watching YouTube, all that should be really good, and I'll give it a pass. It's a really nice display in my opinion. Now, talking about software on this phone, it is running Android 11, and it's one of the first few phones to get that, and it's quite smooth on here. And Oxygen OS, with its few tweaks, now looking more like Samsung's One UI with big text, and yes, it's a really nice software experience, at least on this phone. It's fast, there's no lags or jitters anywhere, multitasking felt smooth, and even again, you're a power user, you're gonna like this. Now, talking about design and build quality, it's a glass and metal sandwich just like any other phone out there, but I feel OnePlus is kind of going away from their original design trend, now looking more like a Huawei design or a Samsung design from the back, at least looking at the camera. And again, from the front as well, it kind of gives me the S10e vibes, which looked quite similar to this phone. But again, it looks good, the colors are there to impress you, lunar silver, aquamarine green, and let's compare them here. In my opinion, the glossy aquamarine green is not going to be the choice for most people. People are going to go for the matte, frosty look of the lunar silver, which is going to take less fingerprints, less scratches. In terms of drop test and durability, I think both phones are going to be the same because they're made out of the same material. But just for the look and feel itself, I feel like more people are going to go towards the lunar silver. It's going to show less fingerprints and show less scratches and stuff like that. Even the aquamarine green does a good job of not showing fingerprints, but it's definitely going to take them. It's going to smudge the back and stuff like that. It's going to be the more slippery phone. But if you're going to slap a case or a skin on the back of the phone and cover it anyway, I don't see difference in going with either of these colors. But if you were to ask me, my personal opinion, go with the lunar silver. Alright, so now let's talk about the cameras, and a lot of people are curious to know what's going on under the hood, and it was hyped a lot during the launch as well. So you have a quad camera setup towards the back and a single 16 megapixel selfie camera towards the front in the punch hole, and the cameras on the back and with the two flashes and stuff, it might look like a serious camera focused phone because OnePlus does struggle with cameras a lot in basically all of their phones, and I feel like this is one of them as well. So the cameras are designed to look like they're serious, but it's the similar array from last year. So you have 48 megapixel Sony IMX586 sensor, so that's the main camera, a 16 megapixel wide angle, a 5 megapixel macro, and a 2 megapixel monochrome color filter camera that they're going for. There's two flashes, but only one of them works at any given time, and one, I asked the OnePlus employee, they told me the other flash was to reduce glare or reflection or something. It didn't go in my head, and I don't know what the second flash is there for. Maybe you can let me know in the comments down below. But again, the camera app itself is really nice, really fast. It's a very snappy camera experience. You can just pull out the phone and click a photo and it's there. You can view it immediately. So the camera is fast, there's no doubt there. But is it good? Is it really good? And that's gonna come down to your personal preference. Do you like the iPhone's pictures and videos? Do you like Samsung's pictures and videos? OnePlus has their own sort of processing as well. Google has their own sort of processing. OnePlus photos look more contrasty in my opinion. So yeah, there's a lot of dark areas in the photo. So if you're not a fan of that, you might not like the pictures. But again, if you're not a camera person, if you don't take a lot of photos and videos on your phone, this phone won't even bother you much. The cameras won't bother you. If you're only gonna take the one photo here and there in a week, that's fine. If you don't take a lot of pictures and stuff, if you're not a social media geek, you won't even be bothered. That's what I'm saying. The pictures and videos from this phone turn out to be really good. You can take 4K video, slow motion video. The pictures itself are going to be really nice as well. You can go wide, you can take a normal shot, so you have some versatility over there as well. The selfie camera towards the front does a really good job as well, in my opinion. It does take decent selfies in good lighting conditions. Under low light, all the cameras on smartphones struggle, and this one is no different. So in low light conditions, I think you'll have to make do with what you get, but there is a pro mode, so you can dial up your own settings and get a photo to your liking. But apart from that, cameras in my opinion are gonna be pretty decent, average. I would say it's not a camera centric phone in any way, so that's that. If you're into cameras and stuff, you might consider the other options out there. But apart from that, let's come down to the conclusion. The OnePlus 8T 5G, how is this phone? Should you buy it? Should you not? Let's talk about the pricing in India at least. It's going to be 43,000 rupees for the 8GB version and 46 for the 12GB, and it's $749 starting in the US. And for that price, in my opinion, if you don't have any other phone in your mind, this can be a really good choice. And there's also going to be a OnePlus 8T Pro down the line, maybe next year. I would say if you want to wait for that, you can do that as well. But for now, if you want a phone that's really good, really solid, good performance, good display, and just really nice looking, you can definitely go for the OnePlus 8T here. And in my opinion, it's a really nice solid device, good value for money, good bang for the buck. And that's about it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it was helpful. If it was, go ahead and smash the like button, as well as subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications so you don't miss out on future uploads. Let me know what other videos you want to see in the future. Comment down below with your thoughts on the phone as well as on the video. And that's been it, guys. My name has been Yusuf. You guys have been awesome. Stay awesome, keep smiling, stay home, stay safe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.
And we've been working hard, so if you hating hard, it's a loss, you can fall back. Yeah, I swear I remember some. The top is where I'm going, when I'm there, I'm wanting all that. Yeah, and I just want it all, and I just want it all, and I just want all that. Yeah.